Watching India Today with me, Nabila Jamal. Some big news coming in. Prime Minister Modi is all likely to hold a virtual meet with all chief ministers on Monday at 3 p.m. to discuss the post-lockdown 3.0 scenario. Here's information coming in of if at all, a possible extension of the lockdown. Prime Minister Modi likely to hold a virtual meeting with all chief ministers on Monday at 3 p.m. to discuss post-lockdown scenario 3.0. In fact, this lockdown is ending on the 17th of May, and post that, what's going to be the exit plan? Will the lockdown continue? Will the lockdown be lifted? Will it be a phased the restrictions be eased out in a phased manner? All of that will be discussed with respective chief ministers. Prime Minister to hold a meet. Rahul Srivastav joining us live for more on this. Rahul, Prime Minister Narendra Modi all set to hold a meeting with respective chief ministers tomorrow at 3 p.m. to discuss the exit plan. It is lockdown 3.0. We understand that the lockdown ends at 17th, but there could be a likelihood, looking at the rise in number of cases, that there would be an extension. Now, it's a big question mark whether an extension will be announced, or will it lifted, the restrictions will be lifted in a phased manner depending on the severity of the area.
Nabila, the Prime Minister has held meetings with the Chief Ministers each time a lockdown is about to come to an end, and this is in series and sequence to that very fact. And this time around, lockdown 3.0 has been a very different kind of lockdown. The Prime Minister didn't go on air announcing any lockdown. With the large amount of federal mutual consent among Chief Ministers and the centre, there was an extension given to the lockdown for 2 weeks, as most of the chief ministers wanted it. But the lockdown came with a great amount of easing of restrictions and degrees of curbs as far as various zones are concerned. Now, compared to the start of the lockdown 3.0, till date, we find that all the areas which are the hotspots or the red zones actually haven't changed picture. Be it Delhi, be it Bombay, someplace like Indore and others, continue to battle high number of cases being reported on a daily basis. And that is why, if one looks at the fate of these cities, I don't think there is going to be any easing or major easing of curbs over the next few days. The second important element is that it seems that now the picture will be that the chief ministers will be taking more call as far as the green, orange and red zones in the state are concerned than the center actually doing in terms of the curbs. And that is why what one can say is that Prime Minister is gauging the mind early of the Chief Minister. The lockdown ends on the 17th, and he is likely to hold discussions tomorrow on Monday, perhaps to check what exactly is on their mind. And it is likely that the states which are in the red zone and orange may not go in for major easing, and there will be a larger strategy on how to reconnect and revive the areas in the green zone.
Well, here, Rahul, several reports coming in on the rise in numbers, right? We're looking at the death toll that has crossed the 2,000 mark. We're looking at the number of infected cases crossed the 60,000 mark. We're 63,000 close to the numbers that have reached now. COVID-19 positive cases across the country have only mounted despite the lockdown. Does this urge or prompt the government by all means to maybe extend the lockdown furthermore? But this has to come with plans also.
You see, that's what I'm saying. See, if you notice the rise in the number of cases, the rise in the deaths, and match it with the kind of recoveries, the fact remains that there are few states which are the biggest contributors to this rise in the numbers. It is these very states which have always ruled the numbers. And that is why the strategy could well be that great amount of curbs in states which continue to battle high number of cases, and perhaps easing of the restrictions in other areas. Say, for example, in most of the green zones, still malls and others are closed. The center will have to look at the fact that now that the migration trouble is being taken care of. Today, the Cabinet Secretary held a meeting with all the health secretaries and chief secretaries of various states. And in that meeting, it was discussed that something close to 350 trains have already operated. And if I can read from my notes, there is an information that somewhere thousands and thousands of people have already been transported. So in case now the picture is clearer in terms of migrants and who is where, can there be opening of more restrictions as far as the green zones are concerned? Can malls be allowed? can the economic and other social activity start getting permitted? And I think this will be the broader picture, because as far as the hot zones and the red zones and the orange zones are concerned, I do not think that since they continue to remain the bigger contributor to the numbers of COPD infections, I think they will remain under a template called lockdown or great amount of restrictions.
Right. Rahul, we're looking at chief ministers of different states going to be part of this meet. Like you said, it's going to be more decentralized this time. Chief ministers, respective states get to decide on how to handle their zones and their containment areas. Looking at the severity of the situation, they've got to probably announce a lockdown extension or not. But if not, can business begin in those areas which are less affected? We're already seeing business kick-starting in several parts of the country, including those states in the south which have allowed industries to begin construction work to start off. But is there any blanket ban on certain industries? And what about any word on interstate travel, by road or by air for that matter?
You see, Jamila, as far as the businesses are concerned, the government has eased tremendous number of restrictions. So businesses, even in orange zones, have been allowed, and green zone have definitely been freed from all restrictions, barring those regarding malls, cinema halls, and others. Yes, railways and interstate transport remains one issue, but there is a thought in the government that can the restrictions for interstate travel and inter-district travel be eased between the green zones. Now, green zones are one which give the government great amount of hope that can the movement be eased between these areas. But these are again decisions which the state governments will have to be involved in, because say, for example, a train which leaves Delhi and goes to Bombay, it passes through areas through different states, and these states might be having certain areas which pass through where the railways pass, or in contiguous areas which might be red or orange zones. So it is a decision which has to be taken also by the state government, and that is why I say that we have seen a steady decentralization of decision making as far as lockdowns is concerned, from lockdown 1 to lockdown 3, and I think in the next measure also after post 17, states will be becoming the greater player, and the center will be receding, only giving broader guidelines on what can operate and what cannot. Otherwise, the states will be allowed to do their own tweaking as far as the restrictions are concerned.
Rahul, thank you very much for joining us with those details. Many reports coming in that the cases are only going to be mounting, but if the lockdown is lifted in a hasty manner, then that could be irreversible repercussions. Let's hope a concise, thoughtful decision is made. Let's move over to Tamil Nadu, where there's a tussle that has broken out over liquor shops in Tamil Nadu.